a woman must be mature, and she must.
No, that's your brother. Stop lying to me. Your scholars, even Nawawi and others say no. The only thing she needs to be mature is she can handle penetration. If a girl can handle penetration, that's when you can have sex with her. But until then, you can play with her and rub her with your. This is your deen. Are you okay with a man taking your 9-year-old? He's 54 years old and having sex with her. If you had a 9-year-old daughter.
If she's mature.
Oh, so you are okay with that? Wow. Damn, bro. Okay, you guys heard it. The guy's sick. You see what Islam does to people? Here you go. Bukhari. What example does he give of a girl who hasn't had her menstruation periods, who has been married, has sex, and has been divorced? Look at the example he gives. A man giving his young children marriage. By the words of Allah, look what Bukhari quotes. By the words of Allah, that also applies to those who have not yet menstruated. Surah Al-Talaq, Ayah 4. And he made the iddah, the waiting period of a woman who's had sex, of a girl before puberty 3 months. Do you see what the ayah is talking about? A girl who hasn't reached puberty, her iddah, waiting period after she's been married, had sex, is 3 months. Now, who's the example of such a woman? It is related from Aisha that the Prophet married her when she was 6 years old and consummated it when she was 9, and she was the wife for 9 years. Bukhari gave you Aisha as an example of the ayah of the Quran of girls who haven't had their periods. So in Bukhari, in Kitab al-Tafsir, he says that ayah 4 of Surah Al-Talaq means young girls who are too young who haven't had periods. You can have sex with them, divorce them, they remarry. Then in Kitab al-Nikah, the ayah is mentioned again, 65:4. Again, young girls who haven't had their periods, who can be married, have sex and be divorced. And in there, Kitab al-Nikah, he gives Aisha as an example of a young girl who hadn't had her period because she hadn't reached puberty.
Some women were not mentioned in the Quran. The old women, young women, and pregnant women, according to Ibn Kathir.
No, Ibn Kathir, I have him here. Ibn Kathir, what do you say about Surah Al-Talaq, Ayah 4? Allah, the Exalted, clarifies the waiting period of the woman in menopause, those who have gotten too old. And that is the one whose menstruation has stopped due to her older age. Her iddah is 3 months instead of the 3 monthly cycles for those who menstruate, which is based upon the ayah in Surah Al-Baqarah. Now watch. The same for the young who have not reached the years of menstruation. This applies also to the young who haven't even had their periods because they're young. Their iddah is 3 months, like those in menopause. Why are you appealing to Ibn Kathir when he's saying your deen allows you to this day to have sex with young girls, premature minors who haven't had their periods?
We also talk about primary amenorrhea.
Do you want me to read what he just said, that these are girls who haven't had their periods? One more time. Are you being demonized here that you don't have a problem with this? Allah, the Exalted, clarifies the waiting period of the woman in the menopause. And that is the one whose menstruation has stopped due to her old age. Her iddah is 3 months instead of the 3 monthly cycles for those who menstruate, which is based upon the ayah, Surah Al-Baqarah. The same for the, listen, this is Ibn Kathir. The same for the young who have not, I'm going to say it loud so my neighbors can hear, who have not yet reached the years of menstruation. Their iddah is 3 months, like those in menopause. This is the two Jalals, Jalalain. And as for those of your women who read, or you can read, there are 2 variants, Qirat. No longer expect to menstruate if you have any doubts about their waiting period. Their prescribed waiting period shall be 3 months. Now watch, listen. And also for those who have not yet menstruated. Why? Because of their young age. Young age. That's why they haven't had their periods. Tafsir al-Qurtubi. And those who have not yet menstruated, meaning the young girl. The word as-saghira denotes a girl who did not reach the age of puberty yet. Are you satisfied? Or do you want me to give you 10 more? That the ayah says, you Muslim can marry a young girl who hasn't had her period because she is premature minor. You can still marry and have sex with her and divorce her if you're not pleased with her. Okay, so I'm asking you, is this verse abrogated or it's still binding? It's not abrogated.
I mean, the ruling still stands.
Say it again,
The
louder.
ruling still stands.
And you're laughing? And you're laughing about it?
Maybe.
See, he's laughing.